In a faraway magical kingdom of Elmoria, there lived a princess named Seraphina. She was known across the land for her ethereal beauty-long silver hair that shimmered like moonlight, deep sapphire eyes, and a voice like a soft song. But her heart had grown cold over the years. She smiled rarely, trusted no one, and showed no warmth to those around her. Many believed she had once been kind, but something had stolen her warmth. Some whispered of heartbreak, others of a curse. Whatever the truth was, Seraphina had built walls higher than any castle tower around her heart. In the same kingdom lived a boy named Aiden. He wasn't noble nor rich. He worked as a gardener in the royal gardens, tending to flowers that few bothered to notice. Aiden was known for his ever-present smile, his gentle nature, and the way he always helped anyone in need without expecting anything in return. His heart was pure, and despite his humble background, people were drawn to his light like fireflies to the moon. One spring morning, while tending to the roses near the eastern fountain, Aiden saw her for the first time. Princess Seraphina, draped in a pale blue gown, stood silently by the water. Their eyes met briefly, and Aiden, without fear or hesitation, smiled brightly and said, "The roses bloom brighter when someone so lovely walks by." She didn't reply, she only stared, then turned away. But something in his words touched a quiet place in her heart. Days passed, and Seraphina found herself walking by the gardens more often. She never spoke, but always listened to Aiden as he hummed or talked to the plants like they were friends. One day, when a butterfly landed on her hand, she let out the softest laugh. Aiden, hearing it, looked up and said, "That laugh could make the winter melt." She didn't smile, but she didn't walk away either. Slowly, like morning fog lifting from the hills, Seraphina began to change. She would ask Aiden questions about the flowers, the stars, even his dreams. He told her he dreamed of a life where hearts were free, where love wasn't judged by titles, and where he could walk beside someone like her without needing to bow. She didn't answer then, but her silence wasn't cold anymore. It was thoughtful. Rumors began to spread across the kingdom. The cold princess was softening, and the gardener was the reason. The king was furious at first, believing no one of low birth should dare touch the heart of his daughter. But the queen watched quietly, remembering the way Seraphina once laughed as a child, and saw that same joy returning. One evening, as twilight painted the skies in gold and violet, Seraphina asked Aiden, "Why are you always kind, even when people are not?" He looked at her with eyes full of quiet warmth and said, "Because kindness is a seed. Even if the soil is hard, someday it may bloom." That night, she wept in silence for the first time, in years, not from sadness, but because someone had finally seen her, not as a princess, but as a soul. Then came the fire. A cursed beast that had slumbered in the mountains for centuries awoke and descended upon Elmoria. The kingdom was thrown into chaos. While warriors and mages fled or fought, it was Aiden who ran toward danger, saving a trapped child from the flames. Burned and battered, he collapsed at the palace gates. When Seraphina saw his body, her heart shattered. She rushed to his side, held his hand, and begged the heavens not to take him. Her tears glowed like silver stars, and as they touched Aiden's skin, the magic in her blood-pure angelic light from a long-forgotten lineage healed him. It was then she realized. The coldness in her heart was never a curse. It was a shield, built out of fear, and Aiden had melted it with nothing but kindness. The king, seeing the miracle and the love between them, could no longer deny their bond. He finally gave his blessing, and the entire kingdom rejoiced. On the first day of summer, under a sky filled with floating lanterns and blossoms, Seraphina and Aiden were married. She wore a gown woven with light and feathers, and he wore a crown of wildflowers, just like those he once planted. They danced as the stars watched, the princess, who found her heart again, and the boy, who taught her to feel. And from that day on, the cold princess became an angel of warmth, and the kingdom whispered their story for generations of how love, when true and gentle, could thaw even the deepest frost.